Hello everyone, welcome to episode 74. This video is kind of like a summarized version of the discussions that I've had with anyone this year. Whenever people have approached me and said that, help me understand about crypto, help me get on to crypto, right? And I'm kind of repeating some context elements which I thought probably I have not made it in a summary version in a video. It's spread across multiple videos and I tell them, watch these 3 or 4 episodes and get the hang of it. But I thought I'll make like a 25-30 minute video which is like a summarized context version that I can give to someone and say that this is it, this is how you start in crypto, and these are the concepts, the basic concepts, especially about decentralized finance, because that's something that I think is still close to my heart, because this is something that I've been teaching for the last 50 plus episodes, and I wanted to explain this in one video, like a beginner video for everyone. Let's get on to the video. We'll start with the disclaimer and warning as usual. I'm not a financial advisor or investment expert. All of the videos that I've shared are just based on my own learnings. Take your own decision based on your own research. Again, never ever send your money to people who call themselves as professional broker or investment advisor, because pretty much all of them are frauds. And I'm very active in Twitter at the X platform at @Channel, that's my handle. So again, just a brief summary, right? What does it mean when you say, moving from central exchange, decentral exchange, and why should you start your journey in crypto more on decentral exchanges, and why should you, quickly move, even if you're on central exchange, why should you move to decentral exchanges, right? So if you had followed my videos in the last 4 years, from episode 23 onwards, this has kind of been my theme. I've done various demos on various different blockchains with explanation on how to operate on those blockchains, what wallets to use, and so on. What I'll be doing in this video is I'll also be providing like a cheat sheet, an Excel sheet, which contains all the wallets that I'm using and for which blockchain, which wallet needs to be used, and why these wallets needs to be used for these blockchains. I'll kind of cover it in a brief Excel sheet, and I'll share that Excel sheet as well. And I had been warning for the last more than 1 year that I have moved my funds out of central exchanges to decentral exchange, and why we should be moving it out, because no central exchange is safe. A lot of people ask me, after the CEX incident, is CEX safe? Is this safe? That safe? None of the centralized crypto exchanges are safe to keep our funds in, and at any point of time, you could either be frozen out, like Coinbase is doing with a lot of people. They're freezing the accounts of a lot of people without any warning, without any reason whatsoever. So the first thing is the central exchange can do that. The other thing is central exchange can get fully hacked, like CEX had, and they can freeze your complete assets, and it could happen to any central exchange. So none of, even Binance or Coinbase, none of the central exchanges are safe. So I kind of created this image which depicts the whole summary of this video, and I kind of used an AI tool to create this video. So imagine the blockchain is a big ocean or interconnected seas, or all the oceans of the world being connected together, right? And the centralized exchanges are like small ponds or small pools or small ponds on the sides of the blockchain, which are controlled by individuals or private organizations. Whereas the sea or the ocean is not basically owned or controlled by anyone. It is common for everyone. And so in these small ponds around these blockchains, around the ocean, you've got a lot of fish there as well. But the fish is controlled by the owner of those pools or ponds. So if CEX or CoinDeX or Crypto.com or Binance decide these are the 100 varieties of fish that are going to be available in that pond, only those will be available in that pond. And you will have an entry charge, you'll have an exit charge, and they can at any point of time, they can say that you cannot come into this pool any longer. It's fully controlled by us. So this is how the central exchanges works. Whereas if you see in the middle, all of the blockchains kind of make up like the ocean or the sea, and it's free for everyone. Like anyone can access it at any point of time from any point in the world. You can go into sea, right? So you can, and once you can go into the water of an ocean, then every blockchain is interconnected. So similarly, every water source is interconnected. You can pretty much go around the whole world in water itself. Our world is made up of water, right? So that's how blockchains are also interconnected, and that's how vast they are. And what the small boats that I've shown on this image, those are like, what we use to navigate the oceans. Those are like the non-custodial wallets, the wallet apps that we use to navigate the ocean of blockchain. So this is kind of depicting how free you are in a blockchain when you entered it, that you can catch pretty much any fish. All the fish is available, and there is no restriction on what fish is available and what fish is not available. Take a moment to observe this image, right? And this will, we'll kind of keep referring back to this, and this will keep resonating with you when you understand and try and more understand this whole video. This image is going to kind of resonate to you more and more when we go along this video, right? So just a small summary of differences, right? So the small pawns are the centralized exchanges. They can be controlled by the private companies, they can be controlled by the government, whereas the ocean is as free as the internet allows us in many countries. So again, if we believe we are in a full democracy, we should be allowed to access all of the content in the internet. But if there are countries where even the open internet, the internet is not as open as it should be. So again, it depends on the level of democracy in our country, how open the access to the ocean is, or how access to the water sources, right? So, and in a small pond, only the limited fish that are decided by the owners are available. Whereas in the open sea, like in blockchain, you can pretty much catch even the newly minted tokens. Like, if the token was created like previous second, you can actually start buying it this second. And you can catch from the Bitcoin, which is the whale, to the smallest meme coins possible. So the ponds that I showed in the previous image, they're only connected in a limited way, and only if the pond owner decides to allow you a connection to the ocean, that you can have the connection to the ocean as well. If the centralized exchange owner decides that you can't withdraw funds or you can't withdraw crypto onto a blockchain, then you can't withdraw crypto onto a blockchain. A lot of Indian exchanges used to do that. They never allowed you to take funds out of the crypto exchange onto the blockchain. So however, in blockchain, all the blockchains are interconnected, that you can actually bridge from one blockchain to the other. As a beginner, it's probably useful that, before going out to sea, to learn how to fish in a small pond. Like, you're getting to you understanding the basics. And this is what I was also saying in the beginning, that, use a centralized exchange where you are trying to understand the concepts of what fishing is even. But once you've done this, then you can actually take a free boat, which is a non-custodial wallet, and you can go to the ocean. And blockchain is again kind of similar. So you can kind of see the relevance here, why I used an image like that to kind of explain what I'm trying to say in this video about centralized exchanges and non-centralized exchanges or decentralized exchanges. So again, there is the wallet difference is called custodial wallet. The technical name for it in a centralized exchange is called custodial wallet, and the wallet that you can create on your own is called a non-custodial wallet. So a custodial wallet has got a centralized login, and a password is maintained by a centralized exchange or organization. Non-custodial wallet is not maintained by anyone. It is directly created on the blockchain. So technically, you will get instead of a password, you will get a private key or a 12-word passphrase, which you can keep safely. If you've got that, then pretty much anywhere that you are allowed to access the internet, you should be able to access the funds in the blockchain in the wallet that you have created. So at any point of time, the centralized exchanges can block you from accessing their custodial wallets. They can get hacked, and your funds may not be accessible from that point onwards. Or the country regulations may stop you from accessing, like, Binance was blocked in India for a long time. Today, MEXC is blocked in UK, that we cannot access it. So like that, the country regulations can stop you from accessing a centralized exchange. Whereas in decentralized exchanges, there should technically be no geopolitical blocking. But even in some of the developed countries like UK, these days there are some, even like airdrops are being blocked by the country regulations. So it currently depends on the scenario that we are in, that I'm talking about. Some common myths about DeFi is that, it is very complex to create a decentralized wallet, or, to create a non-custodial wallet. It's actually one of the most easiest things. It takes like literally few minutes. Based on my videos, and I've got a lot of feedback when I met people as well, people with zero technical background have actually learned to create a non-custodial wallet in few minutes, just watching a few videos. They are able to go and create a video. So episode 24 and 25 is a perfect example where teach you all the basics about creating a non-centralized, non-custodial wallet. Another common myth is that you need a centralized exchange to put your money into. Only then you are able to buy something and then take it to decentralized exchange. So you cannot on-ramp. The technical term is called on-ramp. You cannot on-ramp money into the blockchain without the centralized exchange. This is again probably was true to a certain extent in 2020, 2021, but today almost every wallet and most of the blockchains offer direct, and again I'll show you in the Excel what wallet, what options are there, and how you can buy directly using your debit card, credit card, bank account. The third party providers who allow you to buy crypto directly on your non-custodial wallet in multiple blockchains. So in episode 60, for example, I had shown a demo of depositing money into Arbitrum on MetaMask directly. In some countries, like for example in UK, you can deposit using Revolut, using Apple Pay. In some countries, you can do it using debit card, credit card, online banking, etc. So I'll again show this in the Excel that I'm going to show. Another common myth is that okay, putting money in is fine, but taking money out to off-ramp, the technical term, you still need a centralized exchange. This is true to a certain extent, because if you're taking out a large amount of money, then you're probably better off taking it through a centralized exchange, because there isn't as much adoption to the off-ramp process in terms of the decentralization. But both Visa and MasterCard have actually started partnering and allowing you to create or allowing you to connect your Visa card or MasterCards with DeFi wallets directly, which means that you can directly spend money or crypto that is sitting on your DeFi wallets, on your non-custodial wallets, right from the MetaMask wallet itself. So MetaMask itself, in fact, in Europe, it is trialing out something called as a MetaMask card. There is a provider called OffRamp, for example. There are multiple providers that allow you to spend your crypto directly from your non-custodial wallet. Another common myth that used to be there was that it is really difficult to move from one blockchain to another blockchain. Again, this used to be difficult in 2020, 2021, but in the last 4 years, things have changed drastically. That the bridging concepts have evolved, and Circle, CCTP, for example, they've made it so simpler to move USDC from one blockchain to another. And also there are a lot of new bridges that have come up, new bridging techniques have come up. And most of these bridges are cheap and fast. Previously it used to take hours for bridging from one blockchain to another. Now it can be bridged in like mere seconds. Except for Ethereum, where the gas fees could potentially be higher. Except Ethereum, most other blockchains, between L1 and L2, you can move it quite quickly and fast and cheap, both. Another common DeFi myth is that DeFi wallets, especially non-custodial wallets, can easily be hacked or compromised. This is again, very, very subjective. It's almost as true as, saying emails and bank accounts can be hacked. Emails can surely be hacked if someone, knows your password or login details, and it can be compromised. The same thing here, basically. So if you are careful, if you are as careful as your bank account login or your email login with your wallet login details, then chances of you getting hacked are kind of similar to your bank account versus your crypto wallet. So, and also another good thing to do is probably, keep multiple wallets. I keep, for example, 10 wallets, so that even if one wallet is gone, like I'm probably losing about 10% of my funds. So I'm spreading my funds and allowing me to protect them a little better as well, right? So some of the safety tips that we can follow is that when you're creating a wallet, you'll be shown this 12-word recovery phrase. This is like your password. And some wallet apps show you another security setting called private key. If you have either of the wallet recovery phrase or your private key, then you can recover. Anyone can recover. That is the whole concept. So the thing is that you need to keep it very, very safe. So you shouldn't be, you shouldn't be putting it as it is. Like if you have a 12-word phrase, I can't just copy it and put it in an email just like that, right? Because if there's a brute force break-in into your email or into your computer, and they read the 12-word, the immediate first thing that the algorithm or the AI is going to know is that you're going to take it and try and see if there is a recoverable wallet behind it. So what else do? You can either write it down physically with a bit of twist, or if you're going to keep it in digital format, just twist it a little bit. Change a few words that only you will know or you will understand, or it's not machine readable at least, right? And so, but make sure that you can understand it for sure. And also, if you're writing it down or if you're keeping it somewhere, make sure that your next of kin, your wife or your kids or whoever it is, make sure your next of kin knows how to access it as well, so that it's safer. And in case something happens to you, then at least they know where to access it and how to access it. And again, like I said already, have multiple wallets so that it can be, the risk can be spread across. So the other safety tip is that when you are trying out a new decentralized application. Let's say there is a new Uniswap like DApp that has come in. So another big safety tip is that when you're exploring a new decentralized app, like somebody's given you a new link, for example, or you've seen it in Twitter. So don't connect your main account or your main holding wallet where you've got a lot of funds. Have a small wallet for it. So connect with that wallet and make sure that you're comfortable with that new app for 1 or 2 days before you connect your main app to it. Especially airdrop links or whatever it is. Do not always click and connect with your main wallet, because it is always good to trial with a small wallet first, especially trying a new decentralized application, no matter who shared it. And several times the most common way people fall for is that a Twitter account or a Telegram account has been compromised. Somebody's sometimes even people like Trump and Elon Musk, their accounts could get compromised, and you will see that there's a link coming from their account saying that urgent airdrop, if you click on this you will get £100. And that's where people fall for it and click on a suspicious link, which then will connect to their wallet and will be a drainer app that has been built. So whenever there is a post that it sounds too good to be true, don't believe it. And just do enough investigation, and again make sure you connect with a small wallet. So, and especially if anyone messages you directly and says, let's try it out, let's try and recover your funds, let's connect to this particular link. Never connect to those links in private messages, or give them any of your recovery codes or any of the details, because most of the time people who message you directly, they're all scammers. Okay. So some more basic before we go into the Dexel wallet. Now, there are a lot of wallet apps like on-chain wallet. Previously it used to be called a CRO DeFi wallet, MetaMask, Rabi, Soulflare, Phantom. Why do we need these many wallets, right? So I'll explain it when we go to the Excel. But primarily, imagine wallets are like browsers. Your recovery phase is your login details. So like how you can connect, you can access the same web page in multiple browser windows. Same way you can access the same account potentially with two different wallets by importing or what is called as a cloning process. So I could have, like, for example, Cricinfo open in one website in Chrome browser. I can have Cricinfo open in Internet Explorer, in Safari, or in different browsers at the same time, right? Same way I can open the same account in multiple different wallets, and the wallets will slightly have different functionalities, different features, for example, right? So that's how it works, and you could have it open in a phone as well. Like Cricinfo, you can open your mobile as well as you can open in laptop, right? So same way, you can have the same account open on mobile. So I have my same account on my mobile, as well as I have the same account on the laptop in MetaMask. Sometimes the same account I have it in laptop in MetaMask as well as in Rabi wallet, because I want to kind of compare and contrast using the same account. I want to see the differences. And in centralization, pretty much all that you can do is you can just trade from one token to another token. But when you go into decentralized applications or on the blockchain, one category of DApp, decentralized application, is called as the decentralized exchange, where you can swap between one token to another token. So, but like your phone, where we can download multiple apps, you can download games, you can download power tools, you can download imaging tools, you can download social media tools like Instagram, WhatsApp. So like that, even in blockchain, there are a lot of DApp categories. So you can have lending, staking, liquid staking, artificial intelligence. You can have a lot of different DApps, just like you can have in mobile apps. One such category is the decentralized exchange in the DeFi apps. So it's not synonymous. Like decentralized finance and DEX are not synonymous. DEX is a subset of decentralized finance. It's one of the categories of DApps, decentralized applications. Again, how you access a decentralized application, even though it is written in a smart contract, the smart contract is hosted on a website. So for example, Uniswap, which is a DEX, is hosted on a website called app.uniswap.org. Like this, every decentralized application is hosted on a blockchain-enabled website. So if you go to a blockchain-enabled website like Fulcrum or Uniswap or PancakeSwap Finance, then there will be an option on the right-hand top corner to say connect your wallet. And when you click on connect wallet, it will show you what are the wallets that particular decentralized exchange or that particular blockchain supports. So if you go to a website which is a decentralized application written for Solana, then it will tell you that you have to connect with a Solana wallet like Solflare or Phantom. If you go to a EVM enabled wallet DApp, then it will say you need to connect to MetaMask or you need to connect to Rabi or one of those categories, and you'll understand it better when we go into the Excel in a couple of minutes. So in mobile it works the same way. When you download the app for MetaMask or Kepler, which are all the wallet apps, in that wallet app itself there will be a browser window, and if you go to the browser window and put the URL innispub.org, then it will ask you to connect again within the mobile app itself. In the browser window it will ask for connection, it will connect to that mobile app itself. So that is how the connection will work in a mobile, slightly different process. But whereas in a browser there will be a browser wallet extension which will then connect to the website that you are opening at this point of time. Okay, so finally there's a concept called abstraction of DeFi. Now all that we have talked about, private keys, public keys, the 12-word recovery phase, these are all getting simplified with abstraction protocols. And what it means, like, imagine like 25 years back, to just even connect to the internet, we had a concept called dial-up modem. A lot of people may not know this, and especially young people may not know this. It used to be an extremely complicated process. You need to have a bit of technical knowledge to operate this dial-up modem, and you need to open a particular software and you need to do a dial-up process to even connect to the internet. But today the connection to the internet has become abstracted. You open a phone and it is automatically connected to the internet. You don't need to do anything complicated. You don't need to have a technical understanding of how to connect to the internet. Same way, abstraction protocols are trying to connect you to blockchain without you having to know about wallets, recovery phrase, private keys and all those things. Just use your mobile and you are able to connect to the wallet is automatically created for you. A wallet address is automatically created and you already can log into your wallet just using your email or just using a Google account, for example. That level of abstraction is what will take blockchain usage much, much further. So I will share this Excel with you. So what I've done is I've kind of categorized the wallets that I am using personally and for which blockchain types. So for example, these blockchain types are written in a particular programming language. So EVM is Ethereum Virtual Machine. Cosmos is the Cosmos SDK, mainly using Atom. And then Solana and Solana is written in Rust programming language, for example. So depending upon the programming language, the wallets then support that particular type of blockchain. And most wallets have got a browser extension as well as have a mobile app on their own. Some wallets, so for example, if you take a Bifrost wallet, which is used for more flair, Bifrost wallet only has a mobile app. It doesn't have a browser extension as far as I know. If you take Xamen app, for example, Xamen used to be XUMM. It is an XRP ledger wallet, which is only there in mobile app and there is no browser extension. So, but if you take Ghost wallet, for example, we have only a browser extension. We don't have a mobile app yet. But whereas most of the other common wallet apps like MetaMask, Rabi, Onchain, Kepler wallet, Solflare, Phantom, they all have both the browser extension as well as the mobile app, both of them. So, the ones that are shown in green are the ones that I use on a daily basis. The one like Trust Wallet and Coinbase Wallet, I used to use them. I don't actively, I don't like the Trust Wallet, so I don't actively use the Trust Wallet on the Coinbase Wallet. I feel they're a bit too restrictive and I don't feel too safe when I'm using these two wallets. So I don't use the Trust Wallet and Coinbase Wallet, but rest of the other wallets that are shown in green, I use it quite a lot. Now Casper, like I said, it's not a blockchain itself, it's a block DAG. So I had explained that I was using a wallet called Casper wallet. Obviously there were some initial challenges with it. Right now I'm using Ghost wallet instead of the Casper wallet. And there's also Telegram bot. So a Trojan Telegram bot, I had made a video about it, how to use it for Solana, and Telegram bots make the usage a lot more simpler, I would say. Engine wallet and Atomic wallet, I think I shared it like in my original videos. I had shared explanation of how to use Engine wallet. I no longer use these wallets because I think they've kind of become outdated with the new wallets that have come in right now. So that is kind of a categorization, which wallets to use for which blockchain types. And now if I go into the actual blockchain mapping itself, so for EVM smart contract, these are the blockchains. So Ethereum is the L1 chain. Just for Ethereum alone, there are some L2 chains that are built on top of Ethereum. So Arbitrum, for example, Polygon, for example, Base, these are all L2 blockchains that are built on top of Ethereum. And to access all of them, we can use any of the EVM smart contract enabled wallet. Like, you can use MetaMask, or you can use Rabi, like I shown in my video. You can use all of these. Like, for example, I can use the on-chain wallet for accessing any of those other blockchains. So these are the blockchains that I commonly use and I commonly access. And so for the rest of them, I have not kind of categorized them as a L1 or L2, because apart from Ethereum, most of the other the ecosystems, they only have an L1. So for example, Atom, Injective, Osmosis, they are all L1 blockchains. So again, if it is written in Rust, so right now Solana, I'm using Solflare and Phantom. I've explained it in the video as well. So for abstraction layer, for Xeon, like I said, you don't need a wallet. You don't need any of these wallet extensions or wallet types. We can just use your email and you can create an abstraction layer level wallet. And I'll show you this in a demo as well. I'll show you a separate video. I'll make a video for the Xeon ecosystem separately. So these are the blockchain categories, the blockchains that I specifically use. And for these blockchains, then I use the corresponding wallets that I have given here as wallet mappings. Right? And then this is kind of an on-ramp list. So in Kepler and Leap Cosmos, in both of these, you can use buy button on the wallet itself. And you can get money onto Osmo or USDC onto Osmosis, INJ on Injective. Multiple options are available. In most of the Cosmos options, you can actually onboard money directly. Cado is one of the common providers in both these options, but in Kepler, you've got MoonPay and Transact as well as more options. You can use your net banking, you can use your debit card, credit card to on-ramp money onto it. In MetaMask, like I said in one of the episodes, I even made a demo on how to do it on Arbitrum. But you can pretty much choose, like you can choose Base, you can choose Ethereum, you can choose multiple chains, debit card, faster payments. Even in UK, like I said, Revolut is also available. SEPA is available in Europe. Phantom wallet you can use for onboarding money onto Solana. This one works slightly differently. It connects to something called as a Coinbase Pay. So if you have a Coinbase account, then it's actually quite useful because it links to your Coinbase account and you can use Coinbase account to do a Coinbase Pay and onboard direct money onto the Phantom decentralized wallet or the non-custodial wallet using one of your centralized accounts. So it's kind of interlinked here. Again, Chronos on-chain. So the on-chain wallet links to the Crypto.com account and you can on-ramp. Even without the Crypto.com account, there are other options as well where you can use the buy button on the on-chain wallet to on-ramp CRO or USDC or USDT onto Chronos ecosystem. Xeon, like I said, which is the new abstraction layer wallet, you can buy Xeon and USDC directly using xeon.bond.com/getxeon. There's a link that I've given. You can buy using, again, Cado as a provider. You can buy using Cado directly onto your decentralized wallet here. And these are the common bridge apps that I use. Orbiter mainly I use for EVM wallets, like especially between Arbitrum and Ethereum. But nowadays I'm using Rhino wallet, which I find it really fast and cheap, especially to connect from Solana to EVM, and also for ZK Chronos EVM. So ZK Chronos EVM to Arbitrum or any of the other L2 chains on EVM, Rhino is actually quite fast and cheap, I would say. And within Cosmos, and even between Cosmos and Solana and Cosmos and other Ethereum chains, SkipGo and SwapFast are kind of becoming more and more the norm within the Cosmos. SwapFast, in fact, developed by the same team that is behind Leap Cosmos wallet. So it kind of goes, both of them are kind of use it intermittently or interchangeably. And then Chronos bridge, to moving Chronos to Cosmos was actually very, very fast, much faster than I expected. So we can actually move Atom token from Chronos into Cosmos or Atom token from Cosmos into Chronos using the Chronos bridge. However, moving between Chronos EVM and Chronos ZK EVM used to be a little tough because there was only one centralized bridge available, which again meant that you need to have a Crypto.com account if you're going to move from Chronos EVM to Chronos ZK EVM. But this has become faster now because of Symbiosis, which is kind of easier, making it easier to move between Chronos and Chronos ZK EVM and the other way around. Stargate Finance is one wallet that I have been using to move from Arbitrum or from the EVM wallets to Flare, getting money onto Flare. Stargate was something that I've been using. Someone had mentioned a couple of other options in the comment of the Tamil video. I am yet to explore it. If I explore it, I'll add it onto new bridges in the bottom of this as a new link. When we are operating across these many blockchains and these many networks, it is essential to have some sort of a portfolio tracker, some sort of a tracker option that allows you to see across the blockchains and see what you have, especially the stake tokens, especially your LP positions and everything. So these are some of the portfolio trackers that I use. DBank is probably one of the top portfolio tracker and works for most of the EVM addresses. So if you put your one EVM address, it tracks it across all the L1 and L2 chains in that wallet. All the activity it will show in one place. And it's quite useful to have and quite powerful to have. For Cosmos, there's a profile tracker called Pulsar. It's not as effective as DBank because it doesn't show half of the Cosmos blockchains. So potentially for Cosmos, I prefer to use either the Kepler dashboard or the Leap Cosmos itself. Again, in Cosmos, there's no foolproof profile tracker available. Most of it will show only up to about 70 to 60% of your portfolio. You will kind of have to live with all three of them to kind of see the overall portfolio at any point of time. And then finally, this is all the DeFi links that I'm currently using, and this is again a work in progress because when I started compiling it, by the time I got about 20% of it, the list was just going on and on and on. So what I thought was I'll share this list as a starting point, and any other apps I'll keep adding onto it. Whatever D apps that I am using and I am trusting and I'm using it on a daily basis, I'll kind of add to this list so you can have an access to it, or you will know that these are the D apps that I am using at this point of time. And now, when we come to the tokens that I have mentioned, like the top 10 tokens, like the $1,000 portfolios, this is where you can buy these tokens. Now the link will start to make more sense. Okay, so Osmosis means that I need to have a Kepler wallet. I need to have a Leap Cosmos wallet. Uniswap Ethereum means that I need to have a MetaMask or I need to have a Rabbi wallet. Jupiter Solana means that I need to have a Soulflower wallet or I need to have a Phantom wallet. So now it will start to make more sense. If you read this again, and if you now go back to the wallets tab, blockchain tab, and you see it, you open this Excel file, you will start to understand more how these wallets and how these blockchains and how these tokens are all interconnected and what you need to get onboarded with it. So now that you've seen the Excel file and now you've seen the different wallet options available, how do you create like multiple wallets in the same computer, right? So what I do is I create in Chrome, there is something called as a browser profile. So you can create a separate Gmail account and you can have different groupings available. Like you can on the same computer, you can have like, up to 10 or more profiles, and you can create a profile and each profile kind of acts like an individual browser group. And you can have one wallet in one browser open at the same time. And the same time, another profile in Chrome, you can open another wallet and you can keep both of those active, or you can keep up to 5, 6 active at the same time. That is how I kind of group my wallets, group my browser profiles, and that's how I keep the ecosystem and I'm able to operate in multiple wallets at the same time. So, and like I said, I have about 10 browser profiles open with 10 different logins, and sometimes it becomes little bit mad, but I kind of know how to navigate across all those wallets. And each browser profile will have like one MetaMask address, it will have one Soulflower, it will have one Phantom, it will have one Kepler wallet, and so on. So you're able to kind of segregate which are the main accounts, which are the I won't even open a dodgy website, for example, in the actual browser profile where my main accounts are. I'll probably have like 2 or 3 test accounts which I'm going to always use for opening some of the new links and some of the new options, or when I'm learning a new blockchain, I'll always use it using the browser or the browser profile where I've got a test account or where I've got a smaller portfolio account. So hopefully this video was useful to you. This is kind of like the similar conversation that I've had with multiple people this year, explaining to them and like an introduction to decentralized finance and what these wallets mean, where to start. Hopefully this will give you a new start to the entry into decentralized finance as well in the new year. If you're watching it in the new year, wish you all a very happy new year. And if you're watching it in the New Year's Eve, wish you all an advanced New Year wishes as well. Until next time, thank you, bye.